I have a great long-term relationship with Wes. We've been working together for a long time. I designed Grand Budapest Hotel in Moonrise Kingdom with him, and then before that, I was art directing, and I was art directing for a designer named Mark Friedberg, and for him I art directed Darjeeling Limited. It's been a number of years, and the process is a wonderful one, and it starts the same way. It starts the same way of what are the physical spaces for the story, and in Wes's case, that becomes very specific, and it becomes, let's talk about exactly this frame, and then let's talk about the next frame and the next frame after that. But we're designing frame by frame through the story. In Grand Budapest, the color, it's so funny thinking about the color. And the colors, and Wes's colors largely come from Wes. He's very, very specific about his colors. You know, Wes has these strong ideas for colors. We sampled stuff. He knew from the very beginning that he wanted the hotel to be pink. We looked at about 1,000 different pinks and worked that out. I remember the day trying to find the colors for the later incarnation of the hotel, and I went to the props warehouse, and they had all these amazing old props. And so I was grabbing telephones and lamps, and this orange ashtray. Those are how we picked the orange and the green and the wood tones for the later incarnation of the hotel.
Why do you want to be a lobby boy?
My favorite thing to talk about, actually, from Grand Budapest is we were staying in a hotel in the central square of Görlitz, and there was a building on that square, and it was this wreck of an old building. And we went in there, and I think we ended up putting 12, maybe 14 sets inside of this one building. In the attic up top, we put Agatha's bedroom, up in the real rafters of the real thing, all the way up at the very top. Down in the bottom, we put the bakery, Agatha's bakery, the interior set for that. We had the confessional built as a little set inside of that same place right next to the bakery. Upstairs we had Monsieur Gustave's room, and we had Zero's room, and we had half a dozen other ones, all kind of figured out of like, okay, now we go to the third floor, and on the third floor you'll find Madame de in her coffin. And when we had the beginning of the story, we had the scene where the narrator is starting to tell the story, and he turns to the side, and there's the kids in the room with him. That was also in the same place. It's funny working with Bob, because all of that was with Bob. All of that is me and Bob and Wes tramping around this building, wondering if we're going to fall through the floor, and with a box of lenses, and trying to sort it out and make sure that the spaces are right, and figuring out, okay, can we do, what if we do a pan from here to here, and I'll stand in and I'll pretend to be Monsieur Gustave, and you go over there and you be Zero, and you do the pan, and does that work? And okay, we'll grab the lenses and let's hope we don't fall through the floor getting up to the fourth floor.